Hey everybody, this here is a Sears Emerson designer ceiling fan, also known as a plastic Sears Emerson designer, also known as the Kitchenfan unofficially. Um, Now these are basically the Sears rebrand of the Plastic Emerson Casablanca designer series, of which you've seen the 48-inch model twice or more actually on this channel because I had it installed in my room for a period of time. But this was basically Sears' rebrand of the 52-inch version of the Emerson Casablanca designer, which had basically the same exact motor and blade design and everything, but a different housing. But the housing was also made out of plastic. This one's housing is made entirely out of plastic, so the name kind of stuck. Now, these were first, the term kitchen fan was first coined, I think, by Skylar Strickland a long time ago on the VCF forums, and that kind of stuck for me. So that's kind of what I lovingly refer to them as. And I also, just today when I was taking this one home, I determined another reason why I kind of associate these with kitchens is the vent design just reminds me a lot of like those floral clocks that you would see in like the 1960s and 1970s. I think GE made a few like that that you would see oftentimes in kitchens because they were like plug in 120 volt AC. So they would plug into an outlet like on the up on the wall near the ceiling of the kitchen. So I guess that kind of just factors into another familiar trait that I kind of associate these with being in kitchens. Um, yeah, so that's just kind of my take on it. Now, this one was made in probably the mid 80s or so, I want to say. It's a mid production model. It has a regular K55 stack motor in it. Although this one has wood blades, which is different. Most of the times these have plastic blades. This one's got wood blades. Now, the other thing that makes this one kind of different is um, while this one has wood blades, a majority of the ones that I've seen with wood blades have KB55 motors, like that. Actually, the 36-inch plastic Emerson Casablanca designer that I used to have, which was wood blade, and it had a KB55 motor in it. They had a smaller flywheel. This one has the regular K55 with the standard flywheel. So I don't know if this was like a mix and match type deal or if this was actually ordered. I think these were actually able to be these were an actual model that like was bought from the catalog or whatever. Um, but the blades are this really pretty. I think those are teak blades. I'm not 100% sure. They're either teak or walnut. I can't really tell. Um, but yeah, it's got the plastic bell canopy as well, the same one that the plastic Emersons used. Um, and it does have a genuine Sears light kit with a globe that I am about 75% sure is genuine Sears. I need to look through the catalog some more. Yeah. So, I guess I'll go ahead and turn the light kit on. It's got just a regular LED bulb. It's the same LED bulb that it came with, so it still worked. I didn't change it or anything. But this globe is like, it's beveled glass, but it's got these cool little like floral and leaf designs all over it. It's very, very pretty, and I really like it. And I was told that this is a very uncommon globe to see, so I'm very happy to have this one. I probably will end up putting this globe on something else, honestly, because I just love it so much. Um, I think these pull chain extensions, well, this one's not an extension, but this one I think is original, this string. This one's all one length. It's got the old-fashioned arcless pull chain. And unlike the metal, the Sears Casablanca, what was it, the turn of the century ones, the metal housing ones that had a wooden ball, these just have a regular standard bell, which is another key indicator that these are kind of a sort of cheaper, lower end model. But let's go ahead and turn the fan on now. Start it up on high. does have a slight bit wobble. I balanced it to an extent, but I probably could get it a little more balanced. It's not terrible, it's not bothering me that much. But performance-wise, it's basically a standard K55 powered fan. You know, powerful as always. It's blowing everything on my shelf there around. And like I say with all my fans, I wish I knew where to put this. Ideally, I would put it in my kitchen, but my kitchen is too small for a 52-inch fan, and I don't think a downrod fan would be feasible. It needs to be a hugger or a flush mount. Yeah, now my main goal now is to get a house with a kitchen that I could put this in. So, turn it down to medium. The light flickered when I changed the speeds there for a minute for some reason. And one thing I did notice is that this one has a pretty slow medium. And it's almost like the, I don't know why the metal turn of the century ones are faster on medium. They might have detuned the capacitor for some reason in these. But yeah, that's a fairly slow medium. Okay. Let's see what low gives us. If I recall correctly, these are oftentimes have nice slow low speeds. That was blocking the camera. Oh, and you guys are falling. Okay, that's better. We're all in frame there. Okay. Turn it back up to high. Looks like it's up to speed, and spin down. Wow, this motor's got really good bearings. Just saw a little bit of kickback there, but not really that bad at all. So now I'm gonna flip the reverse switch, and the reverse switch on these is inside of one of the vents here. Just like on the like on a Fasco Charleston, or actually on the Plastic Emersons have the same. So turn it down to low in reverse. Per usual, this is my first time testing it in reverse. That's probably up to speed there. number of wobbling is going to be way worse, I can already tell. I really don't like that when that happens. Oh yeah. Not quite a death wobble, but it's getting there. Doesn't seem like it's going as fast in reverse. Interesting. Flip it back forward. Okay. Up close view of the fan. So here is, first of all, here's that beautiful ornate beveled glass globe. Comes to this nice little point, and I will actually show that to you on again. As you can see, it's very pretty. See all the detail. Now one of the panes is broken or cracked, I think. Yep, this one's cracked. But it's on top, so it's not a huge deal. And I don't think any of the other ones are cracked. I don't think that's a crack. I think that's supposed to be there. So yeah. And then these wood blades, like I said, I think are teak, possibly walnut. And then these never had blade badges, not even the plastic blade models. They always just had these finishing washers. Reverse switch inside of the vent, and this one actually does still have its foam vent screen, which is very rare because this often disintegrates over the years from age, becoming brittle. And then the top, first of all, like I said, the entire housing is plastic. Bottom plate, sideband, top plate, nose, canopy. The only thing that's not plastic is the down rod and the flywheel and the blade arms, of course. And then your K55 motor, nose, and the arcless pull chain. It's got this hump on top to allow for the K55, and then the label is right here. This one, Sears Roebuck and Company, and this one is model number 292. What does it say? I can't even read it in the camera. 292 point something. You can read it. Maybe. It's refusing to focus. Okay, now I'm just making it worse. Oh well, you get the idea. Yeah, motor in there. So, very cool. I've wanted one of these for quite a long time now, and I am now after the earlier version, which they made several different variations of these. The first versions they made were ornate. They had like an ornate brass faceplate with all these little ornate details in the vents. They made one with a ornate sideband that had like a bunch of brass like dots on it. And they made ones that had another ornate sideband that was like a kind of like a almost a tropical-ish design. The very first ones that were like of this same basic design with these vents had K63 motors, and they had a very conical nose, like the earliest blender fans. And they were basically a blender fan with this same housing stuck on it. And they had fiberglass blades instead of wood or plastic, which is very interesting. So I am keeping my eyes open for one of those versions, but until then, this one will just have to do. So that is it for this video. This is the Sears Emerson Plastic Designer, aka Kitchenfan ceiling fan. So thank you guys so much for watching, and more to come.